You don't think about it. For the first 20 years when you're paying your operation off, you don't think much about stewardship. You just utilize it. You use and you use, and then into 20 years, your branch just not as productive. Cost of the operation was to the point that it was just a year-to-year deal. I really didn't have much of a relationship with NRCS till the Sage-Grouse recovery program come into being, you might say.
About 50% of Montana is still native range. These areas are important for ranching and for wildlife. We need the ranchers out there to create the habitat for sage-grouse. I believe that there's a connection between good grazing management, healthy rangelands, and healthy wildlife populations.
Sage-grouse occupy roughly half of their historic range in 11 western states and Canada. Fragmentation is the primary threat impacting both sage-grouse and sustainable ranching. Sod busting or rangeland conversion is the #1 stressor in eastern Montana and the Dakotas. Once native sagebrush rangelands are turned into black dirt, it's very difficult to get sage-grouse back into the system. Therefore, SGI's goal is to maintain grazing in sagebrush-dominated landscapes as the prevailing land use.
What we're trying to do here in Montana is try to maintain and increase the population of sage-grouse in these sagebrush communities by developing good sound grazing plans with the rancher. Trying to figure out how we can improve nesting habitat, brood-rearing habitat, as well as winter cover for sage-grouse. And we feel it's going to benefit both the rancher and the bird.
We really didn't watch closely enough the pastures. Maybe we'd stay in a little one too long, and vice versa. We just kind of played with it. After a while, the carrying capacity was not there. What the NRCS did is just kind of set a guideline, and we followed it. They're providing all this rest rotation programs. They're providing the funds. They're providing a lot of man hours. Everything is benefiting from it. Green needle, gardener's saltbush, and winter fat. And they're probably the most important forages that we have on this range. And with the NRCS guidelines that they've done, I don't know, I'd say it's increased 5 times from what it was when we started. And that's really exciting.
The really great part about the Sage-Grouse Initiative is that it's using outcome-based science to determine how well their program works for sage-grouse. We did a lot of work in trapping our hens this past spring. We put radio collars on them, which should last about 2 years. And the radio collars allow us to follow the grouse wherever they're choosing to go. We were able to monitor these birds for 2 years and get all sorts of habitat use and survival information out of them. It'll show how effective the Sage-Grouse Initiative program is, and then NRCS can use that information that we're providing them to change their grazing strategies as needed.
I personally think we're having an impact. We have a lot more pastures out here that are being rested, that have more residual cover out there.
We try to build our cover for sage-grouse and try to keep them off the endangered species. And that's the whole idea of the project. But it's not all for sage-grouse recovery, it's for grass management and livestock production.
When sage-grouse are going to and from a lek, they may collide with the fence. It might not be able to see the top wire. So we've installed these vinyl markers to help prevent that. One of the fulfilling parts of the job is to see ranchers really get excited about developing a conservation plan, seeing success. We learn a lot from them, probably more from them than they ever learn from us. And it's really good to see a lot of positive changes over time.
Well, we've enjoyed it. I mean, we enjoyed meeting the guys and working with the with people, and which is probably the best part of it, and getting their ideas. And you know, you get to thinking you know a whole lot about everything, and then you find out that a lot of other people know a lot too.